Hello everybody. Hello. Hi. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're looking about how research proposal is done, how we can do research proposal now. This is mostly advisable for graduate students, preparation for who graduate in high level schools or university students. That mean. So let's look one by one how the research proposal is proposed, or how can you give to your advisors. Let's look how can you do another way. This is what are the components in research proposal that you should have to insert, or the contents of research proposal could be what and what. Just look one by one now. Then first you should have to consider on the main things that you should complete. That means you should have to under consideration is, for the first one is the title of the project. Title of the project, just like title of the project is written this. The title of the project is the first one. The title of the project, just like the title is, for example, let's see in examples. This is the title of the project. Title of the project. So design of parabolic trough solar water heater for Almeida textile pieces. Let's say it is my title. Then the title is the first thing. The second thing is background of the study. Background of study is the second thing. Okay, second thing is background of the study. Let's look what is background of study mean now. What is background of study mean? Background of study. Oh, this is background of study or introduction about this, about your project title now. Okay, then which is the background is, let's look, this one is the background of your study. This is the background of your study. Okay, background of your study. Then after this one there is problem of statement. This is the problem of statement. After the background of study, you should have to insert the problem of statement. What does in problem of statement will look later, but for the next will look one. Okay, then the third step is problem statement. For the literature review again. Now the third step is what? Literature review. Okay, in this there is mismatched. Actually this is a literature third step. You should have to know the thing. Literature review. Literature review of the study must insert after the problem statement again. Okay, after the problem statement. Now after literature review, objective of the study is inserted. Okay, objective study. Last, this is the objective of study. Objective of study is just this one. Objective of study is this one. Then and the general objective is this one. After in objective there are two objectives: specific objective and general objective. What does this means? We look later again. This, let's see their steps. After objective of study, then methodology is the third, fourth, fifth step. Methodology. How can you methodologies? What are the methodologies you should have to do to solve the problems that your statement is? After the methodology, you should have to know what the scope of your project now mean. Scope of the project. What does the scope of project? We will later express in words and in examples. Okay, this scope of the project, and the third one is again significance of study. What is the significance of your study or your project? This is the mandatory thing again. After this one, after the scope of the study, expected outcome means scope of expected outcomes means significance of study. Then after this one is time schedule. That means material selection before time schedule. Then actually material selection here, material selection. And in this again there is time budget. Time budget is another mandatory thing. At least there is a reference are mandatory. Again, reference should have to keep the references. Now let's look one by one. What does those things mean now? Okay, then let's look it. Start from the beginning. let's start from the beginning. Research proposal. Actually, in research proposal, what things should be continued, what things should have exist, should have to know a lot of things about that. Okay, before this, you should have to complete the laws and regulations of the thing that must contain in your research proposals. Now, what I mean is okay. Then let's look one by one what does this mean. So this you have shown here is this you should have to show here. This is what cover page, this one is the cover page, this one is a cover page. This cover page contains what and what should have to know the things, what are the cover page contents. Okay, so it should be easy to identify this one. Merely looking at the outside of the manuscript, there should be no need to look inside. For this reason, at least the following elements should be clearly seen in the cover page. In the cover page, at least the following things must be exist. Okay, the following criteria must be exist. One is your university's logo. That is the logo. Logo means this one. This is the logo. Your university logo is the first thing, mandatory thing that should have to enter in your research proposal. That means, so this is what the logo, the first thing, the university logo. The second is the name of the university inward. So this is my university, Adikira University College of Engineering Technology, Department of Mechanical Engineering. This is so the inward. Your university should have set in this one. That means this one is in your seated. Okay, this is what we call it. This is the name of the undergraduate university. The name of inward is the name of the college and the program. Yeah, what is the name of the college and the program? So you should have to write the name of the college. This is the name of the college itself and the program. So this is Department of Mechanical Engineering. So after this one, the name of the college and the title of the thesis project. Look, this is the title of the thesis project here. The title of the thesis project. This is design of solar water, design of parabolic trapped solar water heater for Almeda textile factory. This one is what? This one is the title of the project. Then after the title of the project, the name and username undergraduate students. Before your name and ID number setting, you should have to announce that what is your visions. In what situation are you doing? Are you undergraduate? Are you graduated or something? You should have to fulfill the thing. So this one is mandatory thing. That means the thesis submitted to the College of Technology Mechanical Engineering, partial fulfillment of requirement for the degree program. This is, you should have to put those things. Okay, those are mandatory things. You should have to know this one for degree program. Then after this, you should have to know what your ID numbers and the name and measurements of the undergraduate thesis students will be your ID numbers and advisor name. So with your ID numbers advisor name and also submission date of your proposal research, you should have to put on this. Okay, my advisor is Mariam and assumption date 00/2011 Ethiopian calendar. That means .c Ethiopian calendar. And also in this one, this is research can be done whether individually or in group. We're starting to do in group. I'm called Shishay. Number one here. This is called. This is my research proposal, how I give to my advisor. Then after these things, abstract or executive summary. I write the abstract or the executive summary. So executive summary, abstract means, what does that mean? It is a short know-how. That means the whole information of your project could be expressed in a little words. That means in a bit words. So this one is my executive summary, abstract or my executive summary. I write for this my project. This is very simple and easy to understand. What about I do? The project generally contains I express in small words less than with 400 or 500 words. Okay, so this is the another thing. So structural summary of proposal include background, background, objective, method, expected outcome, work plan, budget within 315 up to 700 words. Less than those words, it should have to be explained in this executive summary. Mean that then. This is executive summary abstract how to write. After this one, introduction of the or start from chapter 1. This is introduction or background. This is equal in this situation. Background and the introduction are equal. Okay, should have to know that thing. So, what is introduction means? That should have to know that thing. What is introduction? Introduction means this is the background information of the research proposal. Discuss the historical development of events regarding the specific topic you interested to study. Then you should have to express the historical development. If it is not creation project, if it is done, you should have to express how it is developed and what you are advanced from that thing. That means what you improve from this thing. That thing. Okay. So after this one is done. So we are doing something. Then. You should have to express step by step. So the problem of statement is the second thing. Problem of statement. Okay, problem of statement. So the problem of statement is this. The problem of statement. This is a problem of the statement. Okay, problem of statement. So the problem of statement is here. So and this, what is problem of statement again? Problem of statement means it is the general issue that leads to need for the study. It is a general issue that leads to need for study. About what we are going to study, this tells us the problem statement. Before we are studying anything, we must hypothesize something. That means so this is problem statement. Problem statement. Then the another thing is after the problem of statement, the objective. Let's count the objective. Okay, that is the objective of study. Okay, objective of study. Look, the objective of study. Objective means what is objective about what things are done for our problem statement means that. So this is the objective. So maybe contain two things. This is general objective, and the second thing is specific objective. Those two things are contained. Okay, two things. General objective and specific objective. General objective, what does general objective? General objective means the overall view that you do in your project, that means. But specific objective means the things you should have to do it individually. If you want to do the design of each component, I will design each component. If supporting frame, links, and poles. So let me say to select, observe, insulator, to design water connecting pipe, and doing a lot of things based on the objectives your study. That means so specific objectives. Or to draw. Let's say for example, if we say this one, to draw and modeling, by appropriate mechanical softwares. If I say that just like this one, so this is specific. I'm getting toward each individual thing is what I do in my project. The third is after this one is the objective of study aim which research seeks to achieve as a result of completing research. Objectives should be simple, stated in advance, started using action verbs. So this may be stated using what? An action verbs again. Okay, should have to know that thing. How you write. So the format is clearly known. Okay. Third is what another thing you should have to know is what is the objective classified is general and specific. The general objective writing that exactly to be stated, and status what? Status the desired outcome from the studies. That means so specific objective shows the greater detail specifications aims of the research proposal. This is what? This is the specific. Literature review. Let's go to the literature review. After this, literature review. Literature review is rehearsement. This is rehearsement about something done. Some people they done before you. You are starting from this literature reviews and recommendations. That thing. Okay. So from this, what am I saying is now literature review is It is relevant to your study. Again, gives an overview of what has been said, who the key authors in the area, what the prevailing theories and hypotheses are. Relevant material should be from books, journal articles, studies, and dissertations, government reports. Even also, those are your what? Those are your literature review things. So your literature review must be set just like this one. The format numbers in this one. Author name. Look the author name. This is author name. Author name here. Your title, objective, finding of optimum results, list of parts, material, each of components, methodology, and invitation. The thing because I haven't listed on this part is because my project is what it is new. That means no literature I found from any sources. What I told you before. So I left for the purpose of that. But it is relevant to do that thing. Okay, for research proposals. So again, from this, after those things, what we are doing is after literature review, what is methodology? Let's look methodology one by one. You look methodology. Before to get into methodology, let's look at what is scope of the project. Scope of the project means what is scope of the project? Scope, yeah, materials and methodology. Before we get into this, what are materials and methodology? Detailed description of the materials, activities, and methodology steps you will take to achieve your project. Scope of study, research project. So scope means study, research. From where to where you are doing. That means you should have to know from where to where you are doing your research proposal. Starting from this one until this one. Let's say, for example, I'm starting from designing part to each individual parts until manufacturing, until drawing the components. That means your research, and also until time cost estimation I do. So this is your research scope. That means scope. Look, scope is this one. Okay, scope. This is the scope of your project study now. So let's look one by one again. And then okay. So this is your research what? This is your research study scope. So scope of the project is just like this one. And significance of the, which is the significance? Let me say my significance is to hit the calculator, to renewable energy, essential energy to use, to minimize environmental pollution, and save time and benefit for dentists. That means dentists in Ethiopia, what they call it, that are by step, growth of step by step for will tell you. Significance of study is this one. To methodology. What are methodology? Just let's look. What is methodology mean? Methodology. Look. What is methodology mean? So methodology is, it is how can you gather the information, is how what are the methods you do your project means that. So the methodologies we use mostly are primary data collections and secondary data collections. Okay, PDD means which is product design development process means that, and detail the methodologies. Okay, methodology work plan mean. So methodologies is this one. Steps, scope of study, research project, expected outputs. So after the methodology, let's say in my need or aim fund synthesis mechanism, then analysis of loads, then material selection, design of elements, size and stress, modification. I will add modify photos. Okay, detailed drawings and production. Mostly if I go to the production, this is the general procedures to design. Okay, those are the general procedures to design. So after this one, what is the material selection? For example, the component and type of material I selected. Material selection. Look, from this material selection, the components of the material is components of reflector, surface, observer, clipping, insulating material. Type of material: stainless steel, polished copper, stainless stand. This is casing for stainless stand. This is related to this. Okay, from this. So this is already related, means that material components of the material is this one, and also type of material selection. And the last one is time budget. Time budget again. What is it? Time budget. Time budget is another thing. Time budget is mandatory thing in your research proposal. And another additional is cost estimation is also added in this research proposal. Okay, when you give your result to your research proposal, just you should have to give just like those. Then what are time budget? Let's look one by one. Time budget means title of your proposals. The titles are here in this, and the months or those kinds of time when you complete those things, when you are completely give or the progresses you do step by step. The time budget means that, okay, look at this one for example. Then title in week 1 December I do this, and week 2 December I do this, and week 4 December I do this, and also assembly drawing and result discussion and recommendation in week 1 and week 1 was in January. We will do this is our what? This is our how to research proposal prepares. That mean another thing, yeah. Thank you for listening. In American language, I will give a brief explanation in the integrating languages for the next. Really appreciate you. Thanks a lot. See you.